Hello my friends and welcome back to our continued blind let's play Ace Attorney Spirit of Justice. My name is the FlightlessBird, this is your service gaming channel, and today we possibly conclude this case. I feel like there's not much else to do, and when I went to load the game it was actually titled the final cross-examination. So yeah, let's get into it. I hope you're all having a wonderful, fantastic, amazing, awesome day today. So, I mean, I think we know what's going on. All signs point to believe. And, Enter asked, thank you so much for all your comments, by the way. Your love, your appreciation, your likes. It means a lot to me. Just talking about the game means a lot to me. So thank you for letting me share this experience with you. But, he said, why would, trust, protect, believe if believe killed him? The simple answer is love. I mean, just because someone killed you, if you still loved them, you still want to protect them. So, I appreciate you trying to throw me off the trail there, buddy, but I'm not thrown off. I still believe, and believe being the murderer. Yeah. Gah! And with Lady Kee'ra added to the equation, my client had no motive to commit murder. But then, who is the rebel hunting Lady Kee'ra we've been reading about in the paper? Yes, who is this other suspect, if indeed there is one at all? Let us hear the defense's brilliant deduction. Think the true identity of Lady Kee'ra is the key to solving both murders. I thought Miss Enemy was suspicious, but her pregnancy takes her out of the running. So she's just not Lady Kee'ra. She still could have done the murders. And Mr. Rebel is a rebel, so that doesn't make sense. That leaves us with, Mr. Wright, you had that look again. The one where you know you had to say something, but you can't figure out what it is. This is my chance to really turn up the heat. I'll just have to stir the pot till something floats to the top. Your Majesty, I know who's been posing as a rebel hunting Lady Kee'ra. You do? You do? Exactly, you do. Are you sure about that? Yes, completely. You said so to me regret this, but please go on and explain. Thank you, Your Majesty. This is who's been posing as Lady... Oh, God. Rebel hunting Lady Kee'ra. Okay. It's not Dats. So it's got to be someone on this list. It's not Albie. It's not Maya, otherwise we're screwed. Can't be Ima. She's a forensic investigator. She's not involved. Can't be Trust, because Trust saw Lady Kee'ra, which means that would be impossible. It can't be Nayuta, although that would be one hell of a twist. It can't be Rafa. I mean, if the logic is Maya is too small to do the murders, and they point that out, someone half Maya's age probably couldn't do it either. So that only leaves one person. If it's not him, she's pregnant. It's not her, not him. He saw Lady Kee'ra. Not her, she can't be Lady Kee'ra, otherwise we're screwed. And not Albie, then the only logical person left based on a process of elimination would be Praise-a-Lot. But Praise-a-Lot died 2 days before the ceremony. And we saw Lady Kee'ra when Trust was killed. So it can't be Praise-a-Lot either. I mean, the game practically eliminated these two. It can't be him, because he saw Lady Kee'ra. Who else could it be? Because he died 2 days before the ceremony. But it has to be him. Which means the Lady Kee'ra that Trust saw was actually Maya dressed up as Lady Kee'ra? But then Maya did kill Trust? No. No! 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 That is... no! Who else could it be, though? If the game specifically says it's not that, and it's not Believe, then the only other two people it could be is Praise a Lot and Trust. He could have been posing as the rebel hunting Lady Kee'ra. He very well could have. But how could he have seen... I felt so confident about this case for probably like 2 hours now. But now I'm starting to feel less confident because he can't be Lady Kee'ra because he saw Lady Kee'ra. He can't be Lady Kee'ra because he was already dead. Which means either he's the real Lady Kee'ra and Maya was the thing that he saw kill him, or he's the real Kee'ra, and Trust saw Maya kill him. Either way, this doesn't look good for Maya. It's gotta be one of the two, though. He's younger. Probably more fit. I mean, yeah, he's very spry. But he's also married. So he would be more likely than Trust. That doesn't make sense.
Take that!
The true identity of rebel hunting Lady Kee'ra we seek is... Praise a Lot.
What's this? The high priestess murdered Simple is Lady Kee'ra, you say?
I mean, it seems to be working so far.
Peace! I say peace! The defense will continue.
Yes, Your Majesty. I whittled down the list of suspects until there was only one left.
Objection!
But the process of elimination is not the same as solid evidence. I assume you have evidence to back up your claim. Yeah, of course. I will have some in the moment, that is. At least I hope so. Maya wasn't Lady Kee'ra, and neither was Miss Inmi or any of the other possibilities. That leaves Zealot, and had the evidence to prove it. The evidence that proves Acolyte Zealot was posing as Lady Kee'ra is this. How am I supposed to know? How am I? The fact that he was in here? So anything in this picture that could tell me you're Lady Kee'ra? I just want to hear that. I mean, is it this? But that could have been multiple people.
Take that!
Okay, I'm on the right track, it seems somehow, though. This is what proves that Acolyte Zealot was Lady Kee'ra. Lady Kee'ra's warning letter. How absurd. What could that possibly prove? Prosecutor Sahdmadhi, you stated that this warning letter proved that my client was Lady Kee'ra. And the reason you gave was that the High Priest's house was locked tight. But there was another member of the family who lived there. Therefore, Acolyte Zealot could have delivered the warning anytime he wanted. What is he talking about? That's just not possible! Are you saying Lady Kee'ra was not the culprit, but rather the victim? That's exactly what I'm saying.
But that would overturn the entire premise of this case. This trial has been proceeding on the assumption that Lady Kee'ra is behind the serial killings. But if Lady Kee'ra is one of the victims, who was the killer and what was the motive?
The only suspect left is Miss Inmi. Yes, that's exactly what I've been saying for a while now. Catch up, Phoenix. And there's only one possible motive. What if Miss Inmi is a rebel?
What?
Fiend, you're so bent on casting suspicion upon my lovely wife? Blasphemer! You have no evidence of this! Repent for the mistrust in your soul!
Objection!
Well, you have no evidence either. After all, the dagger with my client's prints on it wasn't what killed Acolyte Zealot. And the Plume Punisher theme that he could have heard, could have been an alarm clock. That means all the evidence linking her to the crime have been called into question.
Was Lady Inmi a rebel, and did she pose as Lady Kee'ra to kill Acolyte Zealot? Or was Acolyte Zealot a rebel, and was accused of Lady Kee'ra who killed him? I would say either scenario is just as likely. What are we to do now?
The alarm clock, you say? Give me the one in the rebel hideout? Yes, but what of it? So that's it. What's gonna hinder him? Next he's gonna tell me the alarm clock is broken or something. Watch.
I have it in me. So what is so comical? You're left like a deranged madman.
Wearing a girl's kimono. It's kind of weird. We'll just go with it.
Forgive my outburst.
Yeah, we'll see about that. That has simply tickled my funny bone. What did? The theme song came from the Plume Punisher clock, you say? Huh. Well, that alarm cannot possibly have gone off. What makes you think that? The clock was working just fine the last time I checked. Okay, so the clock does work. Try using your head for a change. Will not the existence of a secret hideout begin to wave an alarm clock going off? Wait, you don't mean he's got a point. Indeed! We'll leave the alarm switched off at all times. However, this is something I just saw a few moments ago. She's wearing a watch. That's a steel samurai. And no!
Well, in that case,
I am sad to say the defense claim does not hold water.
would you care to respond, Mr. Wright?
This can't be happening. Not now. This should put an end to the lawyer's futile struggles. The theme song the victim heard was from the accuser's straps, just as we suspected. Therefore, the accused is the rebel hunting Lady Kee'ra and the victim's killer. I need an opening, something I can raise an objection to. Will that Bloom Punisher theme song act like Zell heard in his final moments? I too heard it by the way of the listening device. But did you really? If you had heard it, why didn't you testify to the fact before? Well, isn't that obvious? Kinda did, so I can do whatever the heck I want. I mean, I did not know such a tune would become a key matter of dispute. Yes, the matter of the theme song came up before Ebert Imi was channeled. Oh, right. Well then, what if he's lying about the clock's alarm being switched off? Miserable witch! That would be a pointless lie! One easily disproven! If you check the clock, you will see that the alarm is, in fact, switched off. Arrgh! Come to think of it! What a fine item. In this vitch, if I'm right. Oh, that's a Plume Punisher clock. Not a... Oh, she just traded... Oh! The sneaky little witch. She traded away her Plume Punisher thing for a watch, so that way Maya would be implicated as being the owner of the Plume Punisher, huh? We set the switch back into the off position before we left. I remember hearing it clearly. Those distinctive taiko drums in the intro are etched in my mind. They wet. Daka don 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 don. Okay, I can't do it. I'm sorry. I don't got it on top of my head. Distinctive taiko drums in the intro. This trial has gone on way too long. You're already guilty for crying out loud. Why don't we just kill you already? Anyway, so we just move ahead to the verdict phase now. It doesn't really matter. You already did. By all means, let us also return Abbot Imi's spirit to the Twilight Realm. Before I go, let me say a word to my darling wife.
Objection!
Now hold on just 1 minute. Your Majesty.
Yes?
The High Priestess statement is inconsistent with a certain piece of evidence.
It is?
Still you are the defiance of your fate. The very sight reminds me of a tortured soul writhing in flames. You won't be saying that once I show you the evidence. Now, all I have to do is pick the right one. This piece of evidence is inconsistent with a statement about the taiko drum intro. Is this? I don't know. The description here. It just says begins with traditional Khura'inese instruments. Its exotic sound makes it sound different. Do those sound like taiko drums? I don't know. I'm not a musician, dang it. I used to play the piano when I was younger, and I really want to buy, if I ever get like enough money from YouTube and stuff, I want to buy an 88 key keyboard. You know, make some with some extra money, get a nice keyboard. It's got to be an 88 key keyboard though. It can't be one of the small ones. I want the full, authentic keyboard, and I want to learn how to play the keyboard again. This is the only evidence I have that has something with this though. Screw it.
Take that!
This is what's inconsistent with this statement. My client's plume punisher strap.
And what's that to do with anything?
It plays the Plume Punisher theme song. And here it is, the theme to Plume Punisher, Warrior of Neo Twilight Realm. I love the judge. He's just like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. I want to just keep going around with us like looking at each other. That was kind of funny. Do you see what I mean? The music the victim heard in his final moments might not have been the Plume Punisher theme song.
I'm afraid I'm not following you. What was it if not the Theme Punisher's theme song?
In his final moments, Acolyte Zealot heard the Steel Samurai theme. There are no taiko drums in the intro of the Plume Punisher theme. So what Acolyte Zealot actually heard in his final moments was the theme of the Steel Samurai Warrior of Neo Old Tokyo.
Peace, peace, peace I say! Mr. Wright, what is the Steel Samurai which you speak?
The Steel Samurai Warrior of Neo Old Tokyo is an action hero show from America. The Plume Punisher theme is a total I mean, if you didn't know about the Steel Samurai, you could easily mistake the two. What was it? What did he say? I mean, it's very similar to it.
But the fact that the Acolyte Zealot heard music from an American action hero show is irrefutable evidence that the accused was in the secret hideout.
Okay, maybe she didn't give her the watch to, like, fool her. Because I was thinking, okay, well, she set her up with this picture. But what if they were exchanged before then? Actually, no, you have it backwards.
But backwards?
That's right. Miss Fey met an avid Plume Punisher fan here in Khura'in. And as a token of their friendship, she traded a certain Steel Samurai item she had for the Plume Punisher strap.
And this avid Plume Punisher fan was the one who killed Acolyte Zealot?
Yes. And that avid fan is none other than the High Priestess' wife. Believe in me.
Objection.
Do you have evidence to back up this claim, Miss Wright? Yes, I have a picture with her wearing a watch. For as forgiving as the Holy Mother is, I doubt she would tolerate yet another dose of your baseless slander. I suggest you prepare to face Her Holiness's wrath. Oh, I'm prepared to turn this entire case upside down, that is. This is my last chance. Better take a deep breath and review the evidence.
Very well then. Please present your evidence, if you would, defense. And I notice that both of those things up there are blinking, so if you get it wrong, you fail and you're guilty again.
The evidence that proves Miss Amy was the one who killed Acolyte Zealot is this. Putting all my faith into one picture.
Take that!
It's right here in this family photo. Proof that Miss Inmi and Miss Fey traded items featuring their favorite characters.
Objection.
Of course you'd object. A family photo? And what exactly should we be looking at here? The proof that they exchange items featuring their favorite characters is right here.
Take that!
Look at Miss Inmi's left wrist. You can see the Steel Samurai's trademark top knot right there. Which clearly makes this a Steel Samurai watch.
What? I never knew your wife had such hobbies, Abbott in me.
The family photo was taken right before Acolyte Zealot was murdered. By that point, my client had the Punisher strap and Miss Inmi had the Samurai watch. So So what the victim heard in his final moments was none other than the sound of the watch Miss Inmi was wearing. I wish to amend my testimony. What I thought with taco drums was something else. My wife never had such a watch. It's the truth I tell you. You must believe me. Are you a magistrate? Be not deceived by the defense's lawyerly chicanery. Now what? He's been pretty quiet up to this point. What does he have up his sleeve? There's a big gaping hole in his flimsy claim. A big gaping hole? I don't think so. Oh no, I'm afraid it is there, all right. Just like the big gaping holes in your big putrid brain. My brain is neither putrid nor full of holes. I'm not a zombie after all. Says the dead lawyer walking. He who is narrow vision focuses on what is before him, never seen the big picture. Or as they say in your country, you cannot see the forest for the trees. For it is as if you said. And Lady Inmi, the rebel, slew Acolyte Zealot, the rebel hunting Lady Kee'ra. Then the rebel hunter would have been dead before the high priest was slain. Yeah, I did say that. I did say that. Ugh! What that means? Yeah, it means that he's got the same thought process as me, which is kind of scary. The high priest could not have been slain by the rebel hunting Lady Kee'ra. How could I have missed that? So tell me, who are you planning to say killed the high priest now? No! Yep, here's where we're screwed. I don't know what to do about this. I don't know what to do about this. Do you finally understand? The sheer size of the holes that riddle your putrid brain. Heck! I'm in hot water now! I don't have any other suspects in the high priest's murder. No, I don't. I don't. Like I said, it's... I thought I knew what was going on, and now... I don't believe Maya did it. There's no way Maya did it. I've known that girl for too long. There's no way she can lie to my face like that. You mindless zombie. You should have begun your journey into the Twilight Realm long ago. Now let it go and move on. No, I will never give up. I just need to think things through and figure it out. Who really killed the high priest? Oh, we got the denouement. If Acolyte Zealot had been Lady Kee'ra, he couldn't have killed the high priest. So the question is, who did? Maybe I could get to the bottom of this by reviewing the events of this case in order. What evidence could tell me something about the crime scene before the murder? Maya's testimony. The pool was already red. There was already blood, like, in the pool. Yeah. Oh, right. Maya said the spring had been stained red before the rite even began. The spring was already red before the high priest murdered because of Zealot's blood? Because he was in the back room. That's right, Zealot had been killed in the rebel hideout the day before the rite, and his blood had flowed into the spring. Wait a second, High Priest knew that Zealot had been killed in the hideout. So why didn't he report it to the authorities? If Maya had been the killer, he could have easily had arrested on the spot. Why did the High Priest inform the authorities right then? To keep the hideout hidden, of course. If he reported Zealot's murder, the authorities would find out about the hideout. That's what he was worried about. But by going through the rite, the High Priest risked having Maya see the spring running red with blood. Why did he have to go through with the rite? Did he want to kill Maya? Set up this scene during it. I mean, I don't think I want to kill Maya, but I don't understand what this could be. Process of elimination. One is more likely to be the other. Cover things up. You want to set up the crime scene to conceal the hideout. But how was he planning on concealing the source of the blood in the spring? He would have to use his own blood. But where's this train of thought getting us though? If he didn't want to kill Maya, and he didn't empty the spring because Maya said that the water was still red, this is the only thing it could logically be, providing he didn't want to kill Maya. Which we know is not the case because it would have been wrong in the previous Denouement section. Stain the spring with his own blood? He concealed the source of the blood with his own. That was how he kept the rebel hideout a secret. It's all starting to fall into place. I know who killed the High Priest. It was... No. No. Maya was Lady Kee'ra. Just like I said, Maya would have to have been Lady Kee'ra. But Maya didn't kill Trust. Trust ended himself. That's why Maya was chasing after him. She was chasing after him because she saw that he was about to do that. What? But why? Why would he do that? I mean, is protecting your hideout that important? I mean, we gotta go with this. It's the only one that makes logical sense. Trust death. He offed himself. I can't believe it. The High Priest took his own life to keep the rebel hideout a secret? The High Priest wasn't murdered by anyone. He took his own life to keep a rebel hideout a secret.
What? What? What's this? Oh, the duds. The high priest, he, off himself? I've never heard anything more absurd.
Objection.
The lawyer has placed a stain on the good priest's death with his putrid brain. Hey, that rhymed! Not important, folks. Its putrid holes are as large as his logic. I think I read that whole sentence wrong. Its putrid, gaping holes are as large as the hole in his logic. What hole? I'm in shock. I can't think. You still fail to understand. You cannot see the forest for the trees. You claim the high priest took his own life. But have you considered who brought the dagger to the plaza of devotion? After the high priest was killed, the dagger was thrust into Acolyte Zealot's dead body. Only the accused, Maya Fey, could have done that.
It is as Pascal somebody says. Your claim is rather porous in its logic. And your evidence is too weak. You cannot prove that the high priest took his own life to conceal the rebel hideout. Irk.
They're right, the dagger was impaled in Zealot's body. But his body had been placed at the plaza the previous day.
Well, Mr. Wright, would you care to respond?
Zealot's body was already in the plaza the day before the rite. But what if the dagger was already in him at that time? The dagger was never at the inner sanctum. Was moved by Trust Soul. How was he killed? I mean, that could have been through the back, right? Could he have died the same way Zealot died? Of course, that's it. Was it? There was no need to move the dagger. It had already been stabbed into Acolyte Zealot's body the day before the rite.
What? So that means, what does that mean?
It means the dagger wasn't the weapon that took the high priest's life.
Objection.
But no weapon was ever found at the inner sanctum. If you will not listen to reason, then insist you prove your assertion. Show us what you believe the real murder weapon to be. The real weapon? I got nothing, but I know there had to have been a weapon there. Maybe if I think back on the trial this far, I'll spot the clues that I'll need.
Well, will Defense Katie tell us what the real weapon is?
This is what I think really killed the High Priest. It's gotta be the same weapon that killed Zealot, right? It's like the same thing. The Warbot statue killed both of them. And the clue is in the name. It's also a revolving door. It revolved around this entire case.
Take that!
Those tricky little... What really killed him was it been in the inner sanctum all this time. and its lethality has already been demonstrated by the late Acolyte Zealot. That's right, it was the War God statue. Wow, that was impressive.
You believe that the statue claimed both victims' lives?
Would you care to chime in, Abbott and me? Go, 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 go. No, no you lies, Pam, no heed.
Why, it's...
Miss in me. Lady in me. You know, I do say I probably owe this woman a huge apology because it looks like I had no idea what was going on. Nothing. Zilch. Nada. Just absolutely no clue all along. Darling, don't you think this has gone on long enough? Believe! No! Your Majesty, my wife knows nothing!
Please, Abbot Emmy, let your wife speak. No, Lady Emmy, please continue, if you would.
It's the time again. And what time would that be? "2:30 in the afternoon, the time my husband conducts his daily prayers. And the time Prey was slain." Love how we got the theme.
To that sound, it's...
The Steel Samurai alarm. I don't think I rated that case too badly, did I? Like, I know it's been a while since I did a case ranking. I mostly just did the original trilogy because, well, I just did. But I really liked the Steel Samurai case. I'm glad that after so long, it's still a part of who Maya is, you know? The more things change, the more they stay the same. I too like to pray at the same time as my dear husband. So I set an alarm to remind me each day, but I had no idea it would come to this. No, stop! She knows not what she speaks! Your Majesty, I am the one who slew Acolyte Zal. Aha! You see, I knew it! I knew it was her! But I didn't know that, Prey killed him. Yeah, I didn't know that, so... I mean, I was half right? Not really. You can't be half right in a court of law. You're just all right or all wrong.
Abbot in me. Bailiff, summon a physician at once. The physician is now attending the high priest, so there is no need to fear. Now, let us continue.
And what about the half of him called Maya that's still among the living? Miss Inmi, will you tell us everything you know? The truth is, I'm a rebel, just like my husband. The tragedy unfolded before the rite, during the Feast of Blessings. I had gone to the rebel hideout to prepare for Dot's escape. And that's when Acolyte Zealot suddenly appeared. Yes. Prey was shocked when he saw me there.
Acolyte Zealot did not know you were a rebel.
I did not believe he did. I believe he was there simply to investigate the hideout.
And then he suddenly came face to face with Miss Inmi.
So the true identity of the rebel hunting Lady Kee'ra was praised a lot. Yes. He was a member of the secret police serving directly under the Minister of Justice.
The secret police? What?
And this is what he said to me. I can kill rebels with impunity. The Justice Minister has my back. He was using his position within the secret police to deal us rebels a heavy blow. But murder sanctioned by the Crown is still a murder.
Yeah, you want the DCA, Dhurke. As insurgent scum buddies, days are numbered.
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, let's just say I got a little trick up my sleeve. So I'd best watch it if I were you. Cause you got a defiant attitude. Like one of them dragon dupes.
The trick up Mr. Inga's sleeve was Lady Kee'ra. No, this can't be. The father would never. This must be a bolt out of the blue for Rafa. This explains why Acolyte Zealot abandoned his real name. Yes. He went even as far as covering up the tattoo that all Khura'in's clergy members receive. Lady Kee'ra was a member of the secret police. That explains why no order was given to investigate her attacks. I guess I'm not alone in hearing this for the first time. But this cannot be!
Is this true? Justice Minister is sanctioning state-sponsored murder? Peace. Now, Lady Imi, please continue.
Prey suddenly lunged at me. That's when I pushed the stone slab toward him with all my might. But I never meant for what happened next to occur.
Allow me to take it from here. Imi, are you sure you're right now?
I am sorry you had to see that. But you need not worry about me. I am already dead. Please, we need to know what was so important that you would take your own life. After I learned that my wife had suddenly slain Zealot, I chilled his body with snow to make it seem like he died more recently than he did. Then, I later moved into the positive devotion and inserted the dagger into his wound. The plaza was empty at that time, 4 hours before prayer time had started. Finally, I placed his body in the prayer pose, knowing that no one would notice anything was wrong until the rite had been concluded.
It is perfectly plausible that no one would disturb him if he seemed to be praying. We do treasure our prayer time, after all.
So you admit you tried to pin this crime on Maya Fey?
Yes, this is all my doing. I never told my wife, my plan. For surely she would have tried to stop me.
How How did you get Miss Fey's fingerprints on the dagger?
I had her hold it while we were rehearsing the day before. And right before the rite, I drugged her with a sleeping agent. Then I put Lady Kee'ra robes over the Warbad statue.
Oh, so that wasn't... That means... Maya was probably already groggy by the time the rite started.
Finally, I ended my own life. To ensure the crime would appear to have been by Acolyte Fey's own hand. But when your body was discovered...
A body was discovered? Oh, shush up, Monokuma. Not right now. This is an intense moment.
Lady Kee'ra's robes were on the ground. How did they end up there if they were on the statue?
After I impaled myself on one of the statue's dagger-like feathers,
I used the last ounce of my strength to hurl my body backwards. And as I did, I grabbed onto the robes, taking them with me as I fell back onto the ground. How terrible! What possessed you to do such a thing?
You had done that simply to frame the accused.
Gyakuten Saiban! As one well versed in our kingdom's legal system, I would expect you of all people to understand.
Understand what? The kingdom's legal system, Miss Enemy's crime, your death. It can't be. That would be sadder than sad.
Wait, I believe the defense knows what the High Priest speaks.
Yes, I finally understand. This explains why the High Priest took his own life.
What?
This kingdom's legal system, Miss Enemy's crime. When he says legal system, the only thing I could think of would be the law book. Those who support criminals will be deemed just as guilty. If he supports his wife?
Take that!
The Defense Culpability Act. Circumstantial evidence supports Miss Enemy's killing of Acolyte Zealot in self-defense. However, it would be next to impossible to prove it without a lawyer. Oh. Aho. That's why the High Priest wanted to pin the crime on Maya Fey. I fail to see what that has to do with his death. In Khura'in, the Divination Séance is the most important piece of trial evidence. The High Priest wanted to frame Miss Fey as a serial killer. It was a clever plan in which he made sure he'd see Lady Kee'ra in his final moments.
The lawyer speaks true. That's why I placed Lady Kee'ra's robes upon the Warbad statue. I made it seem that Acolyte Fey was the real hunting Lady Kee'ra.
But... Are you saying you used my Divination Séance to produce false evidence?
Forgive me, Your Eminence. But it was the only way to help my lovely wife.
If you had approached me first, I could have proved that murder was in self-defense.
Perhaps. But I had little faith in lawyers, despite being a rebel.
How utterly foolish to cast one's life away for such a reason. There must have been some other ways to cover up the crime.
Yet, had I done so, my wife would rush to my defense, and when the case went to trial.
To She would suffer the same fate as I under the Defense Culpability Act. I could not have lived with myself had she been convicted because of that fiendish man. This cannot be. All I have done under the laws of our kingdom, it has all been. Poor Rafa. She's really taking this hard. But I can't say I'm surprised. Mr. Phoenix Wright, it's time to show the might of your legal powers! You must allow another innocent soul to be charged under that despicable law! Of course. I'll do whatever I can. What I have done to you and Acolyte Fey is unforgivable! I can only offer my most humble of apologies. Your Majesty. Yes? I ask that you please look out to my wife. You have my word. Your benevolence. It's time that I return to the Twilight Realm. The Magatama of Parting, if you please. Very well. Your benevolence. Please allow me the honor. Yes, it would be more fitting for you to send him on his way. Miss Inmi. Darling, I'm so glad I was able to see you one last time. Thank you for everything. You were still guilty, although it was self-defense, but yeah. I may have screwed up a little on her. I'm sorry to leave you like this, my love. He put his robe back on. But now you can watch over me for the world beyond. Yes, always and forever, my love. And with every breath I take, my darling, I'll be thinking of you. Farewell, my darling trust. Welcome back, Maya. You missed a lot. Thy priestess returned to the Twilight Realm. But what isn't she like still conscious or something? Like she can still understand what's going on, right? Maya. I feel great. I guess that means he didn't leave any regrets behind. Oh, but what about the trial, Nick? I guess not. It's over. It was a sad reality born of love, and a great tragedy born of the Defense Culpability Act. Well, I see no need to continue this trial. Does the prosecution have anything else to say? Mr. Phoenix Wright. I will debt you. One that I will pay back in court someday. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? It's hard to tell with that guy. Now to deliver today's verdict and overturn that of yesterday's trial, because I can do that. With respect to all current and previous charges against him, I hereby declare the accused Maya Fey under defense, Phoenix Wright. Not guilty! Yeah! Very pretty. May 12th, 4:20 p.m. High Court of Khura'in, Q's lobby. So, I was thinking, Nick, the legal system is really stacked against the defense. It's totally unfair. Yeah, it even forced the high priest to make the ultimate sacrifice just to protect his wife. It's just so sad. Protect the status quo and join the revolution? If the real Lady Kee'ra were here, I wonder which side she would take. Poor kid. Your benevolence. Huh, what? I was, just wondering, are you alright? Quiet, you! How could I possibly be alright? Yeah, she's not doing well at all. Who do you think you are, suddenly appearing before me? Trembling my insides and defeat and pledging the heart of justice into utter chaos. You even desecrated my mother's and father's teachings, you soulless infidel. Oh, that was a bit more extreme than usual. What am I to do? I had always believed that communion with the spirit's victim's Mitama would lead me to the absolute truth. But each time you overturned my insights, it was revealed that they served to support false charges rather than the truth. I am left now with that heavy truth in my heart. I'm sorry, Reifa. Perhaps I am not worthy of hearing the voices of the Mitama. That's where you're wrong, your benevolence. Who's this? What? Oh, Maya! Maya? How dare you! Your role is to bring forth the voices of the Mitama into our world? If you don't do it, who will? You know nothing, Maya Fey. It was spirit channeling, not a divination séance that brought the truth to light. How dare an outsider like you employ the clean secret art? But what can I do? My spiritual power does not even approach yours. Is it not a clear joke? The royal priestess bested by a lowly outsider. Don't be so hard on yourself. Why not? It's worth at least a laugh or two. You shouldn't talk like that. Huh? Listen, your benevolence? You were just fulfilling your duty, weren't you? And you're the only one capable of performing the Divination Séance, right? The station of World Priestess is not something to bear on lightly. The station of Royal Priestess? The people of your kingdom believe in you, but if you really want to if you really mean all what you just said, then what are you supposed to believe in? You know not of what you speak. Actually, I kinda do. After all, I'm only a training so I can be master of my village way back home. A village master, you say? I did not know. It seems like you're an apology. For even today, I called you a neophyte practitioner. It's alright, your benevolence. Thank you for finally acknowledging me. A future queen and a future village master? I guess it shouldn't be a surprise. Considering they may have had a common ancestor. Maya's right, your benevolence. But Bob, Ted? Your insights were a crucial piece of evidence in this last trial. It doesn't matter if they weren't always 100% accurate. You should be proud of what you did. You played an important role in ensuring that justice was served. And besides, your insights aren't the problem here. It's your kingdom's legal system. Without lawyers, your insights had to come to be accepted as the sole truth. And the Defense Culpability Act, which gave rise to that, is the root of it all. But that is the dangerous thinking of a rebel. Your benevolence. As Crown Princess, you are destined to rule the kingdom one day. That means there will be many things that you alone must determine. Things like how to keep your people happy and what is true and what is false. And most importantly, what role you must play therein. I wonder if I'm even up to the task. Knowing your benevolence, you're more than capable. I never heard Maya talk this way before. She's really come a long way. The heck was that? What was that? It came from the hallway. Smoke, we better go check it out. Hurry! Like we're under attack or something. Miss Inmi. Mr. Wright, a great Fey. I am sorry for what transpired. You were almost sentenced to death because of me. Nice. I will make amends by picking up where my husband left off. I will see the revelation through, so nothing like this can ever happen again. For that is the depth of my love for my dearly departed husband. That? Let in me! We gotta hurry! That voice, is that Mr. Rebel? I must tell the people. They must learn that the peace we enjoy is a false one. One built on the backs of innocents charged with false crimes under that odious DC Act. We have it in our power to forge a society in which the law judges all of us fairly. Hey there, PW! I wish we had more time to talk, but... Hey, Dhurke! Everything's ready. It's go time. Dhurke? Oh, look at him. Wait, was that the rebel leader, Dhurke? After him! Don't let him get away! The power to forge a society in which the law judges us all fairly. It's the start of a legal revolution. Hey, Nick. I hate to bother you while you're lost in thought. But I just got this great idea. What is it? The Steel Samurai vs. the Rebel Dhurke. I think it'd make for another awesome TV show. Oh, never change, Maya. Never change. Yeah! We got the theme. And if we threw the poop poetry in there, everyone would go nuts over it. I'll never get what she sees in those shows. But it's good to know that no matter what happens, Maya, always be Maya. Always be true to yourself, Maya. Never let this world tell you any different. Now, I have a question. How are they gonna follow this? I mean, there's 5 cases in this game. Not counting DLC and other stuff. But I mean, there's 5 main cases in this game. That was case 3. Like, I mean, if you were to ask me, what case would this fall into? I'd be like, this is setting up the final case, right? So what in the world is gonna happen in case 4? I just feel like either I'm in for a letdown for case 4, Or case 4 is going to be like the older case 4s, you know, the ones that just set up case 5. Maybe even a flashback. Maybe case 4 is 23 years in the past. And then case 5 will be the actual ending. Because if it's not that, I can't see how case 4 is going to be anything but a disappointment. Now, I'm not going to go in looking to be disappointed. I'm just thinking, how do you follow this? I mean, how? I look forward to being surprised. But for now, let's talk about this case before we clean this up. Don't forget, if you do like what you see, hit that thumb up to like the video and subscribe. Let's see. So this case, I think this is the first time we've had someone kill themselves as the result of a case, right? And that was a plot twist I didn't see coming, especially the way it happened. The fact that there were 2 deaths and one was a manslaughter, which may or may not mean anything to these people, it's hard to tell. And the other one was, you know, the one it was. And I think that threw me for a loop. I was convinced that Believe was this like evil mastermind behind everything. And while she did kill someone, it, like I said, it was accidental, so it's hard to blame her for that. Whereas I had completely been surprised here because, I mean, just everything that happened, the fact they were able to hide the body by making it cold. I think they said earlier that they put the robe on the war bod. I just forgotten about that. So because I forgot about that, that threw my mind for a loop again. Because I didn't know how you could get out of this case with Maya not being found guilty. And that moment when I thought that Maya was in trouble, a little bit of doubt creeped in my mind where I was thinking, did she actually do it? And if she did, was she under the influence of someone else to do it? Like, was she channeling someone at a time and that's what happened? Because I never thought that Maya could be the one who did it, but maybe someone who was controlling Maya possibly could do it. I don't know. It's just that whole thing threw me for a complete loop. And that was awesome. The fact that I firmly believed I knew what was going on, and yet the ending was something completely different that I would have never expected. All leading to the idea that this was done because of the Culpability Defense Act, or the Defense Culpability Act, whatever. Just really good. Just really, really, really good writing. It subverted my expectations, but it did it in a way that didn't make me feel like I'm an idiot. It was one of those things where I think you can go back and see the things happening, but at the same time, I don't know if you could have seen what was actually coming. And that was great. That was absolutely great. I liked it. I liked it a lot. I think this was better than the previous case, possibly. Although the previous case was a lot of fun because it had magic, but this one just had roller coasters of emotions, and the idea that you were actually found guilty in the first murder, quote unquote murder, right? That is just crazy. The whole thing was crazy. And I like crazy. Crazy is good. Crazy is good indeed. Like I said, just really good stuff. Very blown away by it. I just don't know how you're gonna follow this up. Unless case 4 is a prologue setting up case 5. I don't know how you do this. Now, then again, case 4, I just thought of this too. Case 4 could be Apollo. Case 4 could be about Apollo. And if case 4 is about Apollo, like case 2 was, I don't know how I'm really gonna feel about that. Because I feel like the really cool stuff going on in this story is here with Phoenix. I do think you need to get Apollo back in somehow so that we can have Apollo and Phoenix close off the game in case 5. I just don't know how you get there. And I have a feeling Case 4 is going to set that up. So yeah, I now that I think about it, I think it would make more sense that Case 4 is probably going to be about Apollo. However, I would really, 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 really like it if Case 4 was 23 years ago. That would be great. But they may still be able to do that, you know, reference that in Case 5. We'll have to wait and see. But hey, I'm rambling now. I love you guys. Hope you have a wonderful, fantastic, amazing, awesome day. And we'll be back very soon with more Ace Attorney Spirit of Justice. Looking forward to it. Until then, my dear friends, so long and take care. Thank you for watching this video. Feel free to comment on what you saw and what you'd like to see next. I always love to hear your thoughts. But before we go, please remember that you matter, and you are brilliant, and you are loved, and you should always be true to yourself. Never let the world tell you any different. Much love to you from your friendly, feathered, flightless bird.